Going to be seeing how well he does with that one.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be quite tough for them, I think, unless they're able to get a very good start. So
we're not live just yet. Hey ho. But yeah, honestly, these two teams, they're pretty even. We saw Copenhagen Wolves have a really close game with Overgaming, who then went on to take out Na'Vi, and that team drawing with Virtus Pro. We should have a really tight game on our hands.
Should I draw your portrait in the? Should I draw your portrait whilst we wait? As for the, it's a wireless mouse, so that's why it won't look anything like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not that you're unskilled at all.
Okay. This is your face. This is your hair.
Yeah.
And this is your body.
Gonna get. See now.
You kind of look like a girl though.
Yeah. Now HLTV will think I'm a girl. Kai Knight was upset because he got banned from the Twitch chat for spamming "Who's that girl on the left?" Moobot had him or whatever it was. The spam was real. Yeah.
Damn.
He was unhappy with that one.
They be some manly locks. Some manly locks. Luscious locks. All right.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're gonna come in a minute. And this can happen sometimes. You know, we get the anticlimactic thing going on where we go live. Everyone's like, "Oh, the game's gonna start now," and then
make sure
something
you're ready.
happens. Yep. Either way, there's not too many ways to really hype up this match. The only thing that I'm really excited about is, because we already said most of the important things here, I'm just really excited to see Copenhagen Wolves on the CT side, because they have a lot of strength when it comes to playing aggressively on this map, because they have Glaive, they have Nico, who like to AWP. This is a map, we were talking about it in the break, like, this is a map where I prefer NIP's approach to this map, which is where you give up outside, because it's really hard against teams that have very good grenades and good aim, of course, to actually play against all the smokes that, like, because you can just do all the smokes. It's just like, it's like, what is it? It's like a smoke here and a smoke here, and then boom, this is completely cut off.
That's team smoke up there onto rafters as well.
Oh yeah, they had they had this. Let's do this. So that team, was it that team that did that?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
So they had a smoke that goes like here, basically, which is pretty awesome. So generally speaking, you know, I do prefer the team play style where you let outside go. You play team play setups in secret on the lower side. You let ramp go. You go for the peak. You don't try to challenge for frags. You just keep the setups going, and keep long if they go for the lower. Just keep long. It's so important. So that's my preference. But Copenhagen Wolves, they can dazzle with the AWPs and stuff. So I would be happy to see that too.
Yeah, I have like one small preference on Nuke, but it never really happens. And I just really like to see a good vent dive. That's if there's a vent dive, I'm happy. Literally.
I do love the vent dives as well. They're pretty fun, and they're so effective in this. Well, I wouldn't say they're so effective, but they're much easier than the other games because you can blow up the door. So they're like really easy in comparison to 1.6 and Source.
Yeah, nade squeaky, nade through, vent goes, dive down. Then you can even like pull a little fake and go up the other vent and drag everyone down with you. It's a simple strat that can have many levels and not just A and B bomb sites.
We will go into the knife round though finally. Well, I haven't seen that knife before. That's pretty nice. You keep switching away from it. Why?
Who was it?
It was Pimp. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I have. It just looked a little bit different.
Crimson Web bayonet.
Yeah, I have seen that before.
It's the little picture icon there that's...
Yeah, that's what threw me off.
That looks good, though.
It does look pretty hot.
Yeah.
Either way,
knife hype.
Who's going to get to start on CT? This looks pretty good, actually, for Copenhagen Wolves right now. Unless someone messes up. Someone doesn't carry their weight. This is fantastic.
Like Pimp and Carrigan and KHB.
He can four-man this. Watch. Boom.
One.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
I'm gonna write some angry mail to Nico.
Strongly worded letter.
So why didn't you win that knife round, Nico? Go practice knife rounds. But here we go. We have that team getting to choose. I would not ever imagine they would pick T. So they are going to go to CT, which is nice. Carrigan's very surprised about this. He's like, what? Picking CT, you are nuts.
Who does that? Yeah.
So here we go. We're on to the pistol round, and that's team. Oh, so good. I like their logos, by the way. They're pretty cool. Wait. It's not live once again?
No, not live. Updating software, apparently.
Updating software.
Well, I assume that's what soft means.
What kind of software? Does he mean Steam? I don't understand.
No.
I do not understand.
It's a hard life being a CSGO player. Really is.
It honestly it is. It's like, between all the DDoSes
and the random software updates
and the random software updates, the crashes, you know,
the no Steam log on,
the chickens.
Yeah, good old chickens. They drive you crazy.
I would like to see chickens on Nuke.
Two-headed chickens.
Yeah. I don't know if this is like in like Nagasaki or something. I don't know, but whatever.
Germany, I think.
Gonna have to see what happens here. Glaive is gonna make his way on outside with the flash, and he's gonna spot as well. So far, so good for Copenhagen Wolves. As it's a pretty defensive round here from dAT, they're not deciding to actually push in. They're allowing Copenhagen Wolves to come to them, which is a good start as well. Nico actually already quite far down.
Prisrak did spot one player go across, so he knows there must be more coming. It was Nico to go across. He closed his door. Prisrak's waiting, thinking, where are they? They wouldn't let Nico come down all by himself. But that is, in fact, what has happened, and Copenhagen Wolves taking this one very, very slowly.
Oh, are they going to go for the upper play with the guy in the vents? Oh, they do take down the guy in the vents. They do have an option to go through main as well, and in they come. Blade putting a shot into his teammate there, but does get 2 kills. That's 3 for Blade, and it might just be the quad kill. It's going to be Flaming that takes it. So easy pickings for that team there at the start of this Nuke game.
Yep, and that's kind of denied Copenhagen Wolves a chance to get some early rounds on the board. You always want to get as many rounds as possible on this T side. 4's usually your aim, maybe 5 if you're lucky. If you get the pistol round, you have 3 already, but that team denied that one straight away, and dAT hasn't bought up. He really wants to go for this early AWP. He's only got a USB in his hand.
It's definitely something that should work out pretty well for them. But it looks like for Copenhagen Wolves, they are getting mauled here. Absolutely mauled. We're going to see Glaive just left over now. And thinking about their options, I mean, it really depends. Well, that team are going to want to hold on to these Famases for as long as possible, just to keep the money, just to be money efficient. And if they go for that play, instead of buying up, I mean, there's no real point for them to upgrade from a FAMAS to an M4. It's kind of a waste of money. Instead, they should just keep those. But will we see an AWP here and dAT?
There's no real need, though. Yes.
He's going to go for it. Okay, so he's going to... Let's see where he plays with this, because there is a lot of options for him. Looks like he might just be going onto a ramp. Okay.
Yep. And right now, Copenhagen Wolves have sent 2 outside and 3 towards lobby. They're going to play this one slow, wait for that team to push a little bit aggressive, I feel. Flamey with this FAMAS. So
this is the Forest kind of support position that NIP play. I'm very familiar with their play, so I was like, oh, this is the Forest spot. But Flamey going to find quite a couple, well, just 2 players I think he saw just there. In goes the flash. He's holding his position, and obviously, like, dAT is there to AWP and support. And there it is. There comes the support fire from him. And as Flamey gets the opportunity to just come back up now, and in comes the flank from Bondik. And they handily tidy that up. So I like this, because dAT can actually go to the window position. If we just go back to him, go to the free cam. So dAT can actually go here with his AWP, and obviously also this position, and just play incredibly passively with it and let them go down. He can also obviously go down the ramp as well. So he actually has, I actually like this
versatile.
I love this, what he's doing. I really like it.
Yeah.
Or he can just go up the ladder.
Yeah, and this time that's another option. You can go up the ladder onto rafters. And we're seeing Nico with an AWP trying to challenge. This could be deadly for dAT. He pushed quite far out there. Glaive turned away just before dAT showed himself. He's got himself into a duel with Prisrak. dAT dropping Nico. Gonna have to fall back from that one. Cajun B. There is a hole in Squeaky. Smoke does go in, so they can get onto this site. But Bondik is ready and waiting. Drops Cajun B. Sorry, Pimp drops 2. And 4 versus 2. It's just Glaive left now.
Sick.
Really nice spray there.
They lost 1 guy, and they upgraded pretty much all of their weapons but Flamey. They all upgraded but Flamey and lost 1 guy. I mean, this is pretty big. This is a pretty big deal for them. Look at the money. Already 5 rounds in. Their money is ginormous. Copenhagen Wolves yet to put a round on the board. Obviously, they're the T side, so of course it is a bit harder. Obviously, they did lose the pistol as well, but it is looking like a great start. They haven't lost. It hasn't been a struggle to get to this point, and look at the money. It's just a really, really comfortable position for that.
It's really just been a walk in the park. Cajun B missing the 1 deke there. Tries to reface that, not finding anything. And now that team going to go back to playing pretty passive. They have no need to push, and this is what is so good about CT Nuke. You can just wait for the T's to come to you, because look, they've got to come through Squeaky if they want to go to A, or they've got to go through Hut, small confined spaces, or they can go through Ramp and force their way through with a headshot onto Flamey. That one does also work to some extent. They're going to drop down. Prizrak rotated round, Blade in vents. He turned away a little bit too soon. Gonna spot them to his right hand side, drops Cajun B. As now Pimp drops down into vents to try chasing Blade. Prizrak gonna come down. Gonna pick off one, but Pimp does drop Bondic. 3 versus 2 now. This is a much closer round. And it was an eco from Wolf, so their eco round achieved more than their gun round, but still no final product for them. And look at that team's economy. It is booming. Everyone on 5+K, even after buy-in. It's easy, easy, easy stuff for that team.
And Nico going to be on the AWP at the moment, and that team, they have played aggressively outside in a couple rounds, so perhaps Nico is going to find himself with something to work with. Likely going to get boosted up on these boxes. There is the man to boost him, perhaps, just going for the jumping. Looks like he's just guarding T red. Smoke does go down as well, so it's just a passive start here for map control, whilst the pre-nades, the pre-smokes go down, and Copenhagen Wolves make sure that they have lobby, that they have radio. Once all the smokes are gone, they can use the map control that they've generated outside, as well as lobby, to create a play. Perhaps they can create a pick onto ramp, and then play off the option that they get. Boom, shot from Nico, going to take down World Edit. There is a return though from Prizrak, and this is going to mean that right now for Copenhagen Wolves, options outside are largely shut down.
There we go, they're having to come inside as Cajun B picks up one. Blade rotates around, going to drop the guy on rafters, that was Bondic. So it's Prizrak and Flamey left now for that team. Prizrak is in vents. Going to be spraying to see if there's a guy there. Carrington does dodge. Pretty sure he didn't know much about that though. Flamey's trying to get forced away. That fire means that he only has a small angle to work with. Prizrak still trying to wallbang into these vents. Nothing being found by him. Looks like they might go for a delayed push here. No, they're just trying to get exit frags, keep Copenhagen Wolves on this site and save their guns. They've got no real need to try and save, but hey, helps their economy. In fact, Flamey's going to pick up an AWP, so he saved a bit more than originally planned.
So Copenhagen Wolves put themselves on the board, picking up a round.
It's been a long
Damn.
day.
This is only game number 8, and I'm already breaking, or game number 7. I don't even know anymore.
8, I think.
It's game number 7 actually. Is
it?
2 more after this. Got Na'Vi Copenhagen Wolves next, and then Overgaming versus dAT after
Was there
that.
not 10 games today?
It is 10 games in total. This is game number 7.
This is 8 if there's 2 after this one.
No, it's number 7? Because there's 2 more after this one.
Yeah. So that'll be 9 and 10. This is 8.
Oh my god. My brain! My brain is completely defunct. So we're going to see that Copenhagen Wolves are able to pick up a quick 3 frags, as the aggression does come in there from that team. They made a very fast push, pretty much from all angles here. Very, very well received by Copenhagen Wolves. Happily received, in fact, and that team kind of almost blowing their money a little bit by just going for these risky pushes very early on into the round. And they still have obviously enough to scrape together a buy, but Bondic unable to afford full grenades, and this is certainly going to be something that is going to make their lives a little bit more difficult. We'll have to see whether or not Copenhagen Wolves take this round slowly or not. It's like so far they have to, no choice due to the pre-nades. And we have Nico working outside once again. And he does have Prizrak in the garage. So there's not much of a presence outside to really compete with. So would like to see Copenhagen Wolves extending themselves a little bit more out there. But they seem quite intent on ramp. There's the re-smoke. Spot from World Edit. As Nico does make his way slowly forwards.
Very quiet round.
It is, isn't it? I'm expecting Tumbleweed at any moment.
Yeah. It's going to be Flamey to get the first frag here. Pops his head round. chucks a flashbang out as he falls back. So 40 seconds left. That team, one man up. Have the lesser weapons, the lesser arsenal in their pockets as well, and grenades. But Glaive now going to even things up with the frag onto World Edit. He did only have a FAMAS, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And now Blade gets dropped as well. So 3 versus 3. Flamey returns. Is Flamey going to get any more? He gets one. Great spray from him. He's on a triple. One man left in Nico. We'll pick that one up. So 15 seconds left. He needs to get this bomb down. And he should be able to.
Is going to go down, and Nico with every chance of actually winning this round. Prizrek and Bonnet coming in. Great switch there from Nico, just turning in, but now he's trapped in Toxic. He did not want to end up here with them having knowledge of that, and now they can just spray him down through the doors. Nico going to go for the spray. The door's getting absolutely demolished right now. There it is from Bondic with the USP, and now the defuse is going to come in from dAT. So they are doing a good job here. Going to be able to pick up another round, and if we look at the money, it's pretty good for Copenhagen Wolves. We'll be expecting another buy from them. They've actually managed to generate quite a lot of cash and getting some really clean rounds previously. So I wonder if they're going to go for more outside pressure here. They've been very limited on their outside pressure overall. We haven't really seen the wall of smokes coming in from them just yet. This is something that can definitely help them out, as that team don't really play super aggressively in mid, in outside rather. They do. Oh wow, they're just going to go straight out the door right now, blowing it up, and in comes dAT for the defense. There goes the spray down from Flamey, and Cajun B in on top of the bomb site. Up goes the flash, up goes the HE. Will it find a kill? It will, and there it is. Cajun B taking a couple kills in quick succession. It's just World Edit remaining, and he's going to come through Squeaky with that AWP, just rattling off a shot, pre-firing a shot through the hut. Very tense situation for World Edit. His reactions need to be with him right now. Will he switch out for a rifle?
He seems very twitchy. He does end up switching out. He's seen one. He doesn't know they're both on site. He thinks they're playing 2 different angles. Pre-firing every angle, gets one. Turns his back, but denies the angle to Nico. And that definitely came very, very close. Copenhagen Wolves surprising everyone there, even us, with that burst out of Squeaky straight onto the A site. Grabbed full control. And they've got 3 rounds now. Going to most likely get a 4th here. And we could be in this game for the long term, I feel. As it's going to be very close. That team need to take control of their CT side now, I feel, in the next buy round. And deny Copenhagen Wolves these aggressive plays.
So they themselves are going to be waiting very patiently. Good dink there from Prizrek. Does find the way onto Cajun B. And Nico pulls out the AWP, does get the return there. Looks like we are going to go straight down to the lower site. Do you see a quick pick there from Glaive into long, as Cajun B awaits a player from the vents. Looks like World Edit's on the lower site already. Bondic going to get taken out as well. Do you have World Edit and Blade here? There comes Blade really fast out. Not quite able to pick up a weapon in time, but World Edit, maybe he can somehow secure himself a weapon. Looks like that's very unlikely. They're all over the upper site now where the weapons are, where the single AK is. And it's going to be another round here for Copenhagen Wolves. So they're starting to string together quite a lot, and things could get quite dangerous. If they get to the 6 or more territory, things are going to be quite hard for that team when they switch onto the T side. As a response to this very saddening reality, they are going to go for the full buy, and you can see how stretched they are for grenades. There's only, well, they do have 4 smoke grenades, but it is a pretty weak buy here. Not really any Molotovs or anything like that to really help them out.
Just smokes and flashbangs here for that team. We see 1 smoke outside. It's going to allow Copenhagen Wolves to push up towards T-Red. Flamey, on the other hand, has to just hold ramp by himself. That team already used all their smoke, so they've only got 2 flashbangs left behind that as well. They're going to be pretty ineffective in trying to stop Copenhagen Wolves getting onto a site. So if Copenhagen Wolves just play for time, wait out these smokes, use their flashbangs like that, Prizrek couldn't see a thing, and they can easily get in here. And we've seen the quick rotate from Blade coming up straight through vents, and he's gone to the safety of Squeaky. Bondic picking up 1, but they both drop as it's World Edit and Flamey left. And it's now just Nico left for the Wolves, and he will get taken down by Flamey. That was a round that didn't look too comfortable for that team, but it was definitely a round they needed. They were able to pick it up and secured the AWP at the end there for World Edit.
Yeah, really well played for sure by dAT. I was quite shocked to see how well they did in those circumstances, but they did pick the rounds up regardless. We see the AWP on Prizrak handed over to dAT, and dAT has been fairly dynamic with where he actually goes with this AWP so far. We're going to see another ramp support round from him, perhaps. As actually, no, he's the only guy towards ramp, so he's just going to play this very passively and just on occasion be able to make a quick pick here. See them all in lobby at the moment, and ramp is, as we saw, fairly open for the taking. It's just dAT here, who after taking one shot might just fall back completely. Indeed, it does do that. Doesn't want to risk a repeak if they did rush it with more players. dAT sitting tight to rafters, as we do have a slow movement towards ramp by Copenhagen Wolves. There goes Flamey, goes for the repeat there with the AK-47, and Flamey definitely going to just take his success and fall back down, but he might just go for another repeat as they get distracted, and in come their grenades, and that team take more and more kills here. Copenhagen Wolves being played the fools by some wonderful team play and decision making from Copenhagen, from that team.
Pretty sure Nico knows that dAT's up there. Yeah, he does. Not able to find the frag though, just going to spray through. Flamey will take him down. He managed to see the barrel of dAT's AWP there, just at the top of the ladder, so knew he was there. It was pretty safe to go up because dAT did, of course, have the AWP, so at that range, it's obviously not ideal. Not able to find anything. 8-4 now, 3 rounds left. I feel that team should probably get themselves into double figures. They're going to get 9 at least. Copenhagen Wolves on this eco. We've seen a few surprise tactics come out of the Wolves. I'd like to see them do a vent dive still, but I guess I'm not going to get that one just yet. They do smoke off radio, and Flamey just playing that one safe. dAT again, using a strange position there. It's not one we've seen him use this game just yet. He was jumping on CT red with that AWP to try and get a good angle outside. And apart from that, not much else has happened. P250's in hand, going to be going outside the glaive and falling back. They're setting up for a ramp play.
Well, in with a whiff. Flamey going to go down immediately, so that should be a weapon here. A free one, an AK for Nico, as we do have Copenhagen Wolves gaining some ground. They need long though, or at least would be very beneficial to have long, and Pimp takes down Blade in the vents. Big kill coming in from him, and there's the player. dAT with the AWP, and it's an upgrade there for Pimp, as Prizrak does come in from ramp, and he's getting played with Glaive with the Glock, and Copenhagen Wolves with a very strong round there, just individual plays. We were missing some AWP shots there from dAT, which allowed them to get down in perhaps too many numbers, as Flamey went down without any response, and now Copenhagen Wolves with a strong arsenal to play with against a very weak one. We're seeing a FAMAS, an M4, 2 M4s, and a couple pistols. So tough times for that team in the last couple rounds.
Yep, definitely so. And if they lose this one, their bye for the last round may not be too pretty, as it will most certainly try and look like an 8-7 if that does happen in favour of the Wolves. But Prizrak playing what is called, well, okay, no, he's not. He's just going to push up. Going to get one, fall back. I was going to say he's about to play Get Right, and just next to the stairs, but he actually went all the way up, as the bomb does get dropped, so they can quite happily face this. Prizrak spots one, gets headshot, spots the second, not able to find that. It is on Pimp. He will get taken down by Prizrak himself. Flamey does get dropped. Now Nico trying to face with this AWP. 3 versus 2 now. Carrigan's just brute forced his way through into ramp area. Nico's gone back up. It looks like they're going to go for this A split into main and through heaven.
Up the ladder he goes. Nico might need some help. Doesn't quite get there in time. Carrigan going to have to go collect the bomb, and this is precious time that that he's using to go find that bomb. We go for the plant, but there's someone right next to him. It is Bondic. Bondic does take the kill, and there you go. Another round for that team. The best Copenhagen Wolves can do is 6, but the 6 is still pretty darn decent for the T side.
Yeah, even 5's pretty decent as well.
Yep.
Not much else to be said. Usually expect to get 4, 3 maybe on the T side, especially considering they didn't win the pistol round either. So they were denied early, easy rounds. Managed to get 5 elsewhere. And it looks like, again, they're going to force their way into ramp where Flamey's waiting, not able to pick up any. Use P250 to drop him as the CTs make their way down into vents. They're going to, wow, great shot there onto Pimp. As Carrigan's come from Secret, going to get one, going to get two.
Nice.
It was Glaive coming in for that second one, in fact, as Blade now makes his way out of vent. Not able to find a frag. Carrigan just waiting, knows he's here, able to get that. And now it's all down to World Edit, 1 versus 4.
You can see so many players.
Oh, try going for the knife.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Right, 9-6 first half there. Copenhagen Wolves having a really good half for sure. That team going to have to fight back very hard on the T side. The pistol round is more or less a must. So we'll have to see if they're able to pick that one up. But more or less, Copenhagen Wolves doing, I think, the job that would be expected. I think this is a very predictable scoreline for them going into this one. And I did like a lot of the moves that we saw from dAT. They played pretty darn well on the CT side. It was a few, I think a couple rounds were really lost from just missing some shots. Really, it was like as simple as that. They had some decent setups, but it's always going to come down to hitting the shots at the end of the day. And you know, I think a recent round we saw Ramp taken too easily. You know, we had Flamey without any return on the frags. He instead of like just falling down with World Edit in a position where he could just easily escape, so he wasn't at risk if Flamey left at that area. He went for the fight and he just instantly died. And then World Edit was also missing the shot, so they got down lower sight with everybody. So you know, stuff like that can't really happen. But the setups were good. That team had showed good decision making, I think.
Yeah, they really have done. But again, missed opportunities can cost you rounds, and we've seen it already. Now that team need to pull something out here on this T side of Nuke. It's obviously the highly less favoured one. As Cajun sets himself up in ramp, just to try and hold anything off. But that team most likely just trying to get a feel of this. Don't want to rush into anything. We've got 3 smokes, 2 flashes on 3 members. So they're obviously trying to set something up here. Maybe pull a strategy out here that they've practiced. As 2 of them move towards ramp room now. World Edit joins lobby with the bomb, also going towards ramp room.
Yeah, ramp is definitely a very favourable place to kind of Glock train after the pre-nades have gone away. And we're going to see that that's what they're going to go for here. We see one player just immediately go down, which is the right reaction, not to easily find himself getting fragged. Nico with a very clean kill there in a yard. And dAT with the control of ramp. They can kind of sit here for a while and just let Copenhagen Wolves mess around with their positioning. The problem is that they're a man down. And oh, here comes Cajun B. Actually gets a little bit lucky there, having his knife out. And Glaive actually going to catch a few of the players as they go for the upper switch, using Hell and using the ladder, using Hut. Looking quite good, but the kills are coming in from both sides. Cajun B and Nico are all the stands between victory and defeat in this round, as the bomb does go down, ticking away right now. No defuse kit. They got to move quick. And dAT are on the side. Good kill from Nico. Still 2 left though. Clearing out the site slowly but surely. Good kill from Cajun B. Bondik just playing with the time. If he can just pull him off the defuse right now, and he won't do it. How much time is there? Is he going to make it? He should make it. So that's going to be a good retake from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, I thought Bondik could have been a little bit more effective there in that upper area. But apparently not. 1 versus 2. It is obviously really hard to try and stop the defuse in that situation when you've got one player looking at you, one player defusing, you know one of them's defusing, so time is going against you. You've only got 10 seconds to try and stop it, and it's a really hard job. Didn't even do anything, Bondik. And Copenhagen Wolves win the CT pistol round, so they get the fun times of a bye. Nico using that USP like an AWP outside, saving it up just to try and get that big gun as well. We see Carrigan with the P90, so he's going to be playing most likely ramp, I guess, but Nico's been doing some really good work outside. Prizrak and Bondik both tagged down, all from a USP.
Yeah, I would expect to see Nico, after he gets this AWP, playing a lot of outside with the AWP, a lot of outside. And Copenhagen Wolves, Nico getting lots of kills here, triple there, and does get the last one as well, just goes in. That's actually quite interesting that he goes in there, because I wouldn't, in his position, I wouldn't have wanted to even risk losing the armor and then have the next round and wanting to just rebuy fully, because now we're going to see the AWP on him, and things are going to be interesting for Copenhagen Wolves in this round, because that team, they have a chance to actually cripple the Wolves, if they're able to actually, because they got the bomb down, they only had the eco once, and so now they're coming in with the buy. So what are they going to show us here? Doesn't look like they're going with a large outside presence. Looks like they're going to play a very standard round. Sit in lobby, sit in radio, have a very defensive setup outside, and slowly work into more and more map control as the pre-nades do disappear.
We saw what happened when that team went outside last time round. That was only to a USP of NiKo, and here we go, the wall of smokes. Two
Perfect.
have come in. Oh, wow. And there we go. Got the one up there as well. The one we were talking about earlier, but NiKo getting the shot through the smoke just stopped that team in their tracks, as now they're going to have to rethink going towards ramp, and KGB heard it, drops down, going to reface here, gets one. It's Flamey left versus the world. Himp has now rotated round, will get the headshot onto Flamey, and it's just strong hold from Copenhagen Wolves, nothing special, apart from maybe NiKo's shot through smoke. But that team did their best to try and get down secret. They had to think on their feet and rotate round to ramp. They did so. Copenhagen Wolves didn't really take any bait there. And there's no real need to on CT nuke, because all you have to do is hold your position. They have to come to you, and it's as easy as that.
Yeah, although the outer catwalk smoke is nice, I kind of feel like it's a bit too fancy sometimes, because that's kind of nice if the only place they can see you is from there, because it means that that's the only place that you can aim. So at the same time, because the only strength of that position is if the guy is there taking shots at you whilst you're distracted with some other guy that's like on the floor. Otherwise, that guy is going to die because he's got nowhere to fall back to. He's basically screwed once you see him. So it's pretty fancy stuff, though. It's nice to see innovation here, and we see the cleanup coming in from Copenhagen Wolves on this round. But I would love to see more and more outside plays with the wall of smokes. They can even do it every round. I think that's actually really good to just wall of smoke it every single round. Just keep the question mark there for the Copenhagen Wolves. Like, where are they? NiKo will be sitting in outside. He's like, guys, there's a two smokes here.
I can't see.
I can't see anything. I don't know what's happening. And it's just, you can turn that into a round where you have everybody outside, rounds where you don't have anyone outside. It can just be generally confusing, which is strong. Again, it's something that the old Very games, the old Titan lineup used to do quite a lot.
Play mind games with your opponent. Make them think, make them overthink.
Just two smokes. It's not a big investment.
There we go. Prizrak going to send this one over.
You can find the angle here on the smoke.
Okay. Side of there. Come on, Bundik.
We're going to see, I think, a challenge actually in onto radio here. So it does take down Blade. So well played there.
We do trade 1-for-1, however, as Flamey picks up a frag there onto Carrigan. So still 4 versus 4. Again, though, this Nuke isn't really a map where if you trade 1-for-1, it favours the T side, because it's easy enough for the CTs to rotate. Not so much like Season, where the CTs then actually have to decide how are they going to split. Are they going to go 3-1-1, or are they going to go... It'll be where there's a site that's considerably weaker than the other, whereas Nuke, you can just pop up vents, pop up ladder, really quick rotation, and it's easy enough for the CTs to hold.
We'll see outside movement here from Bondik, trying to get himself in main. They could make an upper play from this, as it does see that his destination is free main, and that seems to be what is going to happen. In making their way outside of hut now, but they're blind. Good counter flashes. So strong, those counter flashes. There's the spray down. Boom. Big kills coming in from Pip through the hut window. And we do have ourselves an 11-9 scoreline. As the money is... Oh my god, it's so awkward there for that team. They want to buy, but...
They don't want to buy.
It's so close. It's so close to the buy. It's very unfortunate. They're not going to do it. Just going to go with some pistols instead. They could have actually invested a bit more, actually, because they got so much money. And they've lost 70 in a row now that they could definitely have bought a lot, but never mind.
They've lost 5 in a row, so they're getting 3.4k the round. They definitely could have gone for armor. Or even a few smokes as well, kept them guessing.
I think so, yeah. Either way, we're going to see them be very conservative. NiKo taking a new position outside with the AWP. So far not getting all that much. Glaive going to throw out the flash for the repeat with the AK. In comes the shots. Nothing connects. NiKo also whiffing a few shots outside. That team causing some amount of chaos out there, but it does seem like Carrigan's going to find some kills as Bondik goes in. Does get the kill. But, yeah, not looking so good here.
Nope, it's now just Prizrak left with this Deagle in hand. They get taken down by NiKo. using that AWP. And 12 rounds now for the Copenhagen Wolves. That team can get a nice full buyout here. However, we're seeing grenades on everyone. They've still got cash to spare. They'll be able to buy the next round, whether they get the bomb down or not. Well did it with this T-side AWP. Need to see what he can do. Whether he's going to challenge Nico, whether he's going to try and get an entry in ramp, or what. Looks like they're going for an outside play here with a boost onto Silo.
And Nico getting very aggressive. Again, a new dynamic from Nico. They seem aggressive players in this position, but not the AWPer. So this could be pretty interesting. Also, though, if they do have water up on this, well, up on the side, and he cannot see Nico, but he will see him now. And Nico just realizes his mistake because now he's caught out in the open. They're going to start nading him. He's got to get a kill to get out of that spot, and there it is. They punish his position. Very well played by dAT. And now Glaive is in the smoke looking for some legs. Going to spot some. Running and gunning with the AK. Only gets some damage. Only 50 damage really to Prizrak. And looks like the information does go down to Copenhagen Wolves, and they drop a lot of players down towards the lower side.
They do. Pimp is the first one down here. Wilded is still trying to get control of outside. He doesn't know that it's more or less clear out there. As Blade now comes back up to join them. We're going to see a wraparound into A. Looks like Bondik's just down here as a decoy, as the other member does go up vent. Prizrak now going to face. Not a wise trade there for that team. It's 3 versus 3. Sloppy play there as well. Getting caught in Squeaky. 2 versus 2 now. And are they on the lower or upper side? They're on.
He didn't hear it. He didn't hear the bomb get planted. I heard it, but
yeah.
It's like Pimp did not hear that. He could have actually stopped that from going down, but now it's a one-on-one between him and Bondik. Bondik in a pretty ideal position on top of that as well. So Glaive and Pimp going to come in now. Again, Bondik in pretty much the ideal spot. And they're going to go. They thought it was planted upper. They thought it was upper. And now they go for it. Bondik. Oh my goodness, Glaive. Just goes for it. Going to get it as well. And there is the defuse from him. That looks. I was trying to build that up, but Glaive's like, nope. Denied.
And we're going to be able to see that team buy again here. Are they going to go for this AWP on World Edit or not? Doesn't look like it. But, yep, nope. Yep, nope, yes. Yes. World Edit has this AWP. He was boosted onto Silo last time round and was able to pick up a frag from it. But this time round, I have to see. He is still outside, I believe. It's Glaive hopping around this area under heaven towards ramp, playing the support position. That team really need to try and penetrate this defense of Copenhagen Wolves. They got the bomb down last round, which was a start. Unfortunately, it was a 1 versus 2 situation that they lost. Now, T-side, they're going to start pushing outside.
Oh,
great shot!
Wow, that is phenomenal there from World Edit. How did he even hit that? It was like 5 pixels I counted on the screen right there. And Cajun B's going to go down there, try to take control of the site. They do not have long. This is very weird now for Copenhagen Wolves. Blade is going to be on the long position, smashing that glass angrily, and doors could come open very soon, but Blade now up on the upper side. Where are they actually moving towards? It's a bit confusing at the moment, but we'll find one hopping out of that fire. And 3 on 3 is the situation. Do have upper now. And the bomb will go down. So Copenhagen Wolves now just have to react to this. And it should be pretty hard to actually do this. These positions are going to be pretty ideal for dAT.
Well, Edit playing the corner. He has eyes onto upper, onto heaven. And him trying to find that shot. Cajun B does find one onto Blade, however. Now it's just Flamey left. 1 versus 3. He will get taken down. So 14-9 now in favour of the Copenhagen Wolves. That team have yet to win a round in this second half. They should still be able to buy, especially because they got the bomb down. Yep. Yep.
They be loaded.
Yeah.
This is that was really heartbreaking there for that team. That was such a good round for them to just win, and I'm pretty surprised. I mean, I liked the movement. They caused a lot of chaos. They created the most ideal situation for for themselves where Copenhagen Wolves basically didn't know where to stand. They like don't know where they're getting hit from and where that can be so late into the round. That was really good, but you can see that Copenhagen Wolves just executing on the retake.
Pretty sure Nico spotted him there, just playing bait. The nade will go through, won't find anything. As that team playing very patiently, they need to wait and see what they can do with this. But Wilder gets dropped, Blade returns. He will get fragged onto him, however, as 4 versus 3 now. It's Prizrak, Flamey and Bondik left. Only AKs in hand, they've got no AWP, so outside probably isn't the best idea for them. Glaive has held strong on ramp/radio. And it's going to be really hard for that team to try and get into a site, let alone plant the bomb and try and win the round.
They do have 3 players left alive. They're going to make the effort towards the ramp area. They're going to find themselves a Glaive. Does take down Flamey initially, and Prizrak going to come on for the refrag. Will be successful. There is still 1 more player though, and Bondik now is the last man alive. Oh, not for long. Nico going to take him down, and that's 15-9 now as Copenhagen Wolves come very close indeed to closing this match out.
And after so many buy rounds, that team can barely get a buy together here. We're seeing Bondik having to go for the Galil, World Edit with the Galil as well. Not many grenades on World Edit or Blade, so it's going to be hard for them to try and get this to a draw. It's been a heartbreaking second half for that team. Again, haven't won a single round. Just not looking good for the Russians. As 2 players going to be pushing into hut. They would have heard Pimp fall down. They know he's here. The flash goes in. Blade does get flashed up, but not before. He does get a frag. Carrigan going to get dropped now as well, as is Glaive, Cajun B and Nico. Last 2 standing. And how are they going to play this one? Are they going to go for the retake or are they going to save? The obvious answer should be go for it. But it looks like they might have other plans.
Yeah, I guess they're looking at this and being like, well, sure we have a lot of money, but this is impossible. So let's just back away and survive with our weapons. I think that's reasonable enough. It's Nuke as well. Nico has an AWP. It's going to be pretty hard. And then they're actually going to go for the hunt. They do take down Nico. Occasion's still lurking around though. But looks like he's going to be just going to survive there, be fine. And we will move into what could potentially be the last round of this match between Copenhagen Wolves and dAT, unless dAT are able to pull off a significant comeback. And the rounds that they have pulled out for the T side have been very difficult, very arduous and laboured, to say the least.
Yeah, it's we've got 1 round on the board, but to get 5 more, it's going to be really hard. Well did it. Gonna get that? No. 3rd time. Yeah, 3rd time lucky. But it's a delayed peak here. Nothing outside just yet except for Nico, but we're seeing those wall of smokes coming in as they've got free reign down into Secret. They haven't been stopped just yet. Nico going for a shot. Gonna miss that. Just trying to see if he could tag anything up. As Flamey's hanging back, waiting for the rotation while his teammates get down and try and open up this lower site.
So far, so good for dAT. They have not received any resistance, but equally, that means that there has to be someone nearby. Someone has to be here. You're going to see the angles coming in. They have smokes and molotovs left for the ramp area. That's going to be fantastic. In go the flashes, in go the nades as they assault this lower bomb site. Nico is in position. Good HE there, straight into the smoke. And Planter does take 50 damage. Prizrak on the flank. They have a long. This is important right now for them to hold on to this. Flamey coming in from the vents. Oh, he's going to get a free kill onto Pimp. And he's going to spot 2 players immediately. And there comes another frag from Bondik. It's looking all too good here for that team. But in come the frags for Copenhagen Wolves. Just Cajun left now. And it's going to be... That's it. That's all he's going to be able to do. And that was a great round from that team. That was the execution that you need. Copenhagen Wolves, though, they didn't have anybody in long ever. They knew that this wall of smokes were outside, but they didn't have anybody move to Secret. So to put a smoke there or to delay them at all. Just free long take.
It was interesting that the bomb went down with 10 players still alive. It's not often you see that one. But they managed to get the bomb down and get the round in as well. That team, are they going to get 4 more right here? Again, it's still a pretty hard task for them to do, especially when Nico does still have this AWP. Cajun B holding ramp, as always. But if that team can get down onto Secret like they did before, with no resistance whatsoever, then it could be another easy round for them. Looks like they're not setting up for that one. They haven't really touched outside this round, just playing passive, seeing if the Wolves go aggressive.
We do have Carrigan making his way down to Secret, so here is the adjustment. And this is probably because the wall of smokes went down outside, yeah. So they are kind of like faking him out right now with the wall of smokes, which is great. But I don't think the Copenhagen Wolves are really falling for this now that they've seen so much traffic inside. So now that things have calmed down, Nico's repositioned a little bit outside, and dAT trying to make their way in. In go the grenades to Vondik's face, trying to get to the top of hut there, but regardless, it's a 3-on-4 situation. They're doing a good job. Pimp with a quick double with the M4, and all of a sudden, still an advantage for that team as they are sitting here on the bomb site. Cajun B just wandering around, unbeknownst to him. Flamey is right there in the door. He does take him down. Bondik now, can he save this? It's Bondik against the world, and no, Bondik is not going to be able to pull it off, and that will be 16-11 to Copenhagen Wolves. And that means we're actually getting another Copenhagen Wolves match after this.
Yep.
It's going to be Na'Vi against Copenhagen Wolves. So